Hello, my name is Mark Boney. This is for FTH 202 revolvers, handguns. We're going to go over function checks, unique, what's unique about the pistol and stuff that I've learned for week 5. So for the function check, I'm going to kind of aim this camera in this direction, and we're going to open it up and verify it's free and clear. Nothing in the chamber, nothing's there. So for a function check, what you want to do is you're making sure that everything operates smoothly. There's no hiccups. We'll apply some pressure as I pull the hammer back as it's cocking and rotating, and everything locks into place in that process. There was no issues with it. It's not bound up. It's locking on time and unlocking on time. Release the hammer, resets everything. We'll do that again. Again, I'm adding some pressure to the cylinder with my thumb on the back side. You cannot see, and it's not hindering it at all. As it's cocking and chambering, it's unlocking on time. It's locking on time. Chamber does not rotate once it's been locked. Release that trigger again. We're gonna put some dummy ammo in. This is dummy rounds. They're not live. They're for dry firing, just for this health of the gun purposes. Get all these in here so we can go through actual firing. Just don't need it, but just to be better safe than sorry. So again, we will do the double action, put some pressure on everything, fires, nothing's hanging up, nothing is out of time, it's all locks up on time, fires when it's supposed to, cocks it, fires it. Single action, same thing. Everything is working smoothly, and what you're doing with the function check is you're checking the timing, making sure that the cylinder rotates at the right time, locks in place at the right time, and is aligned for chambering. You're making sure that it unlocks, that there's no hang-ups with the chamber unlocking, so it can be rotated. Making sure that the hand engages the ratchet properly, no hang-ups there. Making sure that the sear, double action sear, when it's cocked inside, keeps it locked, and by bumping it, it does not release that hammer. I can sit here and bump that, and it's not releasing the hammer until I pull the trigger. You're making sure that the transfer bar is coming up into play as it should. It does, and that if I release the hammer, it does not. It backs out of the way. So the function check on this gun with the firing, the cocking, the chambering, firing, locking, unlocking is all working fine. There's no issues. There could be some issues on one that does not do that the way it should. So with that out of the way, let's talk about what I've learned in this course. What I learned in the revolver course, one thing mainly is how to strip a firearm down to the frame. Never done that until this course has happened. And the revolver, the double action revolver, one thing that's unique about that is being able to do it with ease. It's a beginner's gun. I learned how to smooth out parts, the trigger, take away the rough edges, take away anything that's dragging, smooth it down, make it pretty, and have it function nicely. I've learned how to replace springs. Yeah, it's not a hard thing to learn, but it's still something that I've never done until this course, and I actually learned how to do it. I learned about the forcing cone addressing on how you can address that if needed, the crown dressing. Learned about timing. I never knew that about revolvers, and how they're pretty much, that's unique to them is their timing, that they all have to be timed properly, and that if not, it can cause some issues, especially if it's a fast time. I learned that how to do trigger work. Learned that the most minor modification, repair, whatever that you can do to a revolver has big impact on the function, the smoothness. Just this littlest thing that you do will have a big improvement on that. And the way that I'm going to keep all these things going, I learned about the cylinder gap. Didn't know that revolvers had anything about cylinder gap or end shake, that it can cause jackhammering if it's too much. Never knew that about that. So I also learned about that. And the twist rate, never really paid attention to twist rate on any gun, whether it be a revolver or a rifle. Yeah, it's not as big of an issue in a revolver, especially a snub nose 38 special, as much as it is in, say, a rifle for hunting or for long distance shooting. That's when your twist rate plays a big part in what goes on downrange. Let's see. The function checks. That was a good thing to learn too. The way that I can keep this going, and what I'm planning on doing with all this information is applying it to my pistols, maybe pistols for friends or family, and maybe one day open up a part-time gunsmithing shop for pistols. My favorite platform is the 1911, but I am enjoying the revolvers after taking this course quite a bit. So I'm going to try to progress on that as much as possible as well. I did find that, if I can find it here, I wrote it down. And okay. For the unique of a revolver would be the whole double action, just the way that works is unique to the revolver. There's not anything else out there that uses a double action sear. Don't quote me on that, but most of the time it's just a sear. But it uses a double action sear to fire the double action, and that sear comes to a certain point, stops everything from happening, allows the hammer to get back and cocked in time to release the sear in the hammer and allow the hammer to come forward. The revolver has come a long ways since the invention, as far as the wheel part of it, and it's just having a hard time with this uniqueness part. To me, just the whole platform of a double action revolver is a unique system in itself. Just the way the whole double action works. So with that being said, I'm gonna leave it there. I don't know if I have anything else that can progress on this. So I thank you for your time. I really enjoyed learning the double action revolver, learning the revolver in itself, the history and everything behind it was quite interesting. I've been around guns my whole life and I've shot them. I've just never looked this depth into it. Those are my thoughts on this whole course, and it's been a blast. Thank you.